The late afternoon sun filtered through the towering glass windows of Sterling Heights, a sleek skyscraper in downtown Chicago, casting long shadows across the polished marble floors. Maria Alvarez, 42, paused to wipe sweat from her forehead, her hands stinging from hours of scrubbing with harsh cleaning chemicals. Her body ached, each year heavier than the last. But stopping wasn't an option, not with Sophia's after-school program fees piling up. At 8 years old, Sophia was Maria's world, a bright spark in a life of relentless hustle. Maria worked 3 jobs to keep them afloat in their cramped one-bedroom apartment in Cicero, a far cry from the opulence surrounding her now. "Miss Alvarez, where are those reports I asked for?" The sharp voice of Victor Langston, the billionaire CEO of Langston Global, cut through her thoughts. He stood in his office doorway, his bespoke navy suit worth more than her annual wages. Maria straightened, her mop still in hand. "Sir, I'm the janitor. Your assistant's out grabbing lunch." Langston's eyes flicked over her, as if registering her existence for the first time. "Fine. Tell her I need the Al Mansour file the second she's back." Maria nodded, returning to her work, the weight of her reality pressing harder against the glittering backdrop of chandeliers and city views. The elevator dinged, and Maria's heart skipped. Sophia burst out, clutching a frayed backpack, her dark braids swinging. "Mama, school ended early, flood in the gym." Maria's stomach dropped. "Sophia, you can't be here," she whispered, glancing toward Langston's office. Her neighbor had meant well dropping her off, but one misstep could cost Maria this job. "Stay in the break room, quiet as a mouse, okay?" Sophia nodded, her curious eyes already scanning the lavish office. Maria resumed scrubbing, counting down the minutes until her shift ended. Then the private line on Langston's desk, a sleek black phone reserved for his elite client, shrilled. Langston's voice boomed from the boardroom. "Where is everyone?" His assistant was still out, his partners at a meeting. The phone kept ringing. "Sophia, don't touch anything," Maria called, hurrying to alert Langston. But before she could, Sophia answered the phone in crisp, professional English. "Langston Global, how may I assist you?" Maria froze, dread pooling in her gut. That line was for tycoons and sheiks. She braced for Langston's fury, but then Sophia's voice shifted, fluent Arabic flowed effortlessly. "Assalamu alaikum, kaifa haluk?" She spoke with the poise of a seasoned diplomat, jotting notes as if she'd been closing deals her whole life. Langston stormed out, his face thunderous, but stopped dead when he heard her. Sophia switched to English. "Mr. Langston is unavailable, but I'll take your message." She scribbled, then back to Arabic. "Shukran, Mr. Al Mansour. Mr. Langston will call within the hour." Langston's jaw dropped as Sophia hung up, beaming. "Mama, that was Mr. Faisal Al Mansour from Dubai. He says the $750 million deal is ready once Mr. Langston confirms the codes." Langston stared at the girl in her worn sneakers and faded hoodie. "How does she speak Arabic?" he rasped. Before Maria could answer, Sophia chirped. "Mama taught me. I know 6 languages: Arabic, Spanish, French, Mandarin, Italian, and English." Langston's gaze shifted to Maria, seeing her anew. "You have 5 minutes to explain," he said, voice low with intrigue. In his office, Maria's hands shook as she faced him. Sophia waited outside, engrossed in a tablet Langston had handed her. "I'm sorry, Mr. Langston. I'll pack my things." "That's not what I asked," he cut in. "Your daughter just saved a $750 million deal with a client who won't speak English." "How does an 8-year-old do that?" Maria exhaled, her past spilling out. "I was a linguistics scholar at NYU, working on my PhD when I got pregnant with Sophia. Her father, my professor, abandoned us. I lost my scholarship, my career. I taught Sophia languages from birth: Spanish at home, Mandarin through songs, Arabic last year. I clean offices, tutor, and translate freelance to survive." Langston leaned back, calculating. "You're wasted as a janitor, Miss Alvarez. That deal was teetering, and your daughter clinched it." He pressed a button on his phone. "Clara, cancel my afternoon. Draft a contract. Find Westbridge Academy's admissions office." Maria's pulse raced. "What are you doing?" "Offering you a job as my lead linguistics strategist, $180,000 a year, benefits, flexible hours." and a scholarship for Sophia at Westbridge, Chicago's best private school. Maria's world spun. It was too good, too sudden. Why? She pressed. Langston's eyes gleamed. I don't waste potential. Weeks later, Maria sat in her new office, a nameplate reading Maria Alvarez, Director of Linguistic Strategy. Sophia thrived at Westbridge, but cracks appeared. Classmates mocked her second-hand clothes. Teachers bristled when she corrected their French. Langston's interest in Sophia grew obsessive weekly mentoring sessions, gifts like a silver locket that Sophia loved but Maria distrusted. When Maria learned Langston planned to take Sophia to Dubai for Al Mansour's negotiations, she snapped. She's 8, not your employee. Langston's smile was icy. Her gifts could secure billions. Don't limit her, Maria. His tone turned sharp. Your job, her scholarship, your new condo all depend on cooperation. Panic set in. Maria contacted Elena, an old NYU friend now at the UN. He's using Sophia, she whispered. I need a way out. Elena offered a UN translation job in Geneva with a school for Sophia. But Langston's reach was long. A manila envelope arrived at Maria's condono sender, just a photo of her with Sophia's father, Professor Daniel Weston, and a note. Tomorrow, 1 p.m., my office. Alone. VL. Langston had dug up her past, threatening to expose Weston's scandal and claim custody for Sophia's educational needs. In his office, Langston slid a file across his desk. Weston, now a Yale dean, has no record of you or Sophia. But I have DNA proof. He'll claim her for the Geneva Initiative, a program for prodigies. She'll be a global asset diplomat, negotiator. Maria's voice shook. You'd tear her from me? I'm offering opportunity, Langston said. Geneva, with visitation rights, or a custody fight you'll lose. Maria's mind raced. She needed an ally. That afternoon, a text from Al Mansour summoned her to the Drake Hotel. In a private suite, the dignified businessman revealed Langston's plan. The Geneva Initiative molded children into corporate tools, severing family ties. My sister was taken by a similar program, he said, eyes dark. I won't let it happen to Sophia. He offered Maria a job at his Cultural Preservation Institute in London, with a school for Sophiano separation. Leave Langston to me, he said, holding a USB drive. His locket gift to Sophia? It's a recording device. Corporate espionage evidence. Maria seized the chance. With Al Mansour's help, Weston withdrew his custody claim, fearing exposure. Maria and Sophia, now under the alias Torres, fled to London. Langston's empire faltered. Al Mansour withdrew his investment, and leaks about the Geneva Initiative sparked investigations. Langston, diagnosed with terminal lung cancer, faded from their lives. In London's Notting Hill, Maria and Sophia settled into a cozy flat. Maria worked at Al Mansour's institute, developing translation tech, while Sophia, now 9, shone at the Global Academy, her 10 languages earning admiration, not scorn. But peace was fleeting. A year later, Al Mansour revealed another child, Aisha in Delhi, targeted by the rebranded Geneva program. Maria met Aisha's parents, sharing her story, and they chose a local school instead. One family at a time, Al Mansour said. 2 years on, a visitor arrived. Clara Langston, Victor's daughter. My father's dying, she said, handing Maria legal documents barring contact with Sophia and funding her education. He was obsessed with Sophia, saw his own rise from poverty in her. But I'm stopping him. Clara and Al Mansour's daughter, Noor, had reformed the program, using Maria's teaching methods now called the Alvarez method to nurture talent without breaking families. They wanted Maria's help to save more children. 5 years after Chicago, Maria and Sophia, now 13, thrived. Sophia, with 12 languages, was a student ambassador. Maria's work earned global acclaim. An email from Clara mentioned Victor's personal effects, including research on Sophia's learning. Maria agreed to join their mission, ensuring no child faced Sophia's fate. As Maria walked through London's springtime parks, she reflected on their journey. Sophia's languages weren't just skills, they were bridges to connection, built on love. They'd outsmarted a titan, proving a mother's bond was stronger than any empire. What would you do if someone tried to control your child's future? Should prodigies like Sophia be pushed into global roles or protected as kids? Was Maria right to trust Al Mansour? Or was he just another player in a bigger game? Drop your thoughts below, hit like, and subscribe for more stories that make you think.